Okay. I think I can. I think I can go. I think I'm good to start. Um. Yeah. I'm just gonna go for it. Um. I know it's a little early in the evening. That is a-okay. Posted in Discord. Posted on in our Facebook chat. And I think I'm good to go here. So I'm going to transition over. Turn off studio mode. Hello, hands. Okay. So I've got two cases here because with the new pack distribution and stuff, now a case is only a quarter of a master case. So I'm gonna start opening that. And yeah, so let's get started. And as you may notice, I do not have Ty with me. Ty is unfortunately, well, A, still at work, but B, he opted to go for a playset, non-foil playset this time around, this set, instead of going on a master case with me. So, your old boy Eric is just going to have to open by his lonesome self. As you may notice, there's no box toppers. This is one of the changes they've made since a couple sets ago. Boxes are smaller, and I'm just gonna start going. I'm on my desk now instead of at my living room table with Ty, and let's go. All right, so we got Ish and Tonberry. Focus is gonna be a little weird. Lighting is awkward in my office. It's kind of hard to get it right here. Whoop, I had it for a sec. That was basically perfect. Hold on. Where was it? Oh, for a second, it was perfect. It was great. That's fine. Oh, well, I'll live. Bulk is going to go up top. And how's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well. I have myself an alcohol and a bunch of cards to open. And I am enjoying myself so far. I'm looking forward to some good pulls. I know I'm guaranteed to get at least half the full arts in the set. I'm also guaranteed one foil of everything and at least a playset non-foils. I also have, in the rare chance that I actually pull a signature, I have a magnetic slab here. So, you know, we never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just okay. Right out the gate, full art Zandy. That's a pretty good one. It's beautiful. Very nice. Very nice card. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. All right, so good start here. Good start. That was 4 packs? Now I know the numbers, the distribution of numbers. Terra, very nice. In each box for full arts is a little bit different now. People are saying different numbers all over the place. Some people are saying that it's going to be 1.3 full arts per box on average in a case. Some people are saying it's 1.45. The numbers are kind of all over the place, so I'm curious to see what my numbers will be like. I mean, so far we got one full art in this box, so that's already the guaranteed one. Kryl is good. Kryl is good. The audio is really low. Okay, hold on. We'll fix that. We'll fix that. One sec here. Let's see if, how does this sound? It might blow your ears out. I might have gone too far, but you know, I can tweak it one way or the other. There we go. How about that? I will wait to hear back on the audio. I can always boost it in post. Cool. Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm at my desk, so my interface is set up for kind of it's set up more for blocking out the background audio of games coming out my speakers. And so, you know, I've got a whole bunch of filters in place and all that digitally. And so when it's just me talking, it's a lot of, you know, I gotta tweak it a little bit more. So, ooh, Foil Terra. Happy to have a Foil Terra. Now, if I could get a second Foil Terra, I'd be happier. Okay. Elone. Eleni. I'm not actually sure how you pronounce her name. Non-foil Zandy. Okay, so people are saying this cipher looks really, like, smeary and blown out. But that is just the art. If I could get this to focus here. Hello? Lighting? Can we focus? Camera? Camera, we're gonna play nice? There we go. Like, this looks pretty deliberate to me. This is not messy art. This is like, this is by design. That looks pretty clean to me. I don't think it looks bad. I think, like, maybe the resolution of the photo is rough. But, like, overall, it's not completely trash. We have foil Arden and a non-foil Squall. Yeah, because for the next few days, I'm going to be sorting cards. Getting rid of as much of the excess bulk as possible. Mook Lamont and an Adia. That's 2 Adias in this box. So that's nice. Bart's and a General Leo. Hey, the Bart's is a fun card that I don't know if we'll ever see play. Okay, Hodrail and a Chaos Walker of the Wheel. So that is 1 full art in this box. This box had 1 single full art in it. All right, so that's a start for our numbers. Okay, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna deal with my trash, because I neglected to grab my trash can and bring it over here. I'm just gonna throw the trash behind me on my office floor, and I'll figure it out later. That's a problem for Eric an hour and a half from now. Come on. There we go. I always keep at least one of these boxes, so trying to keep at least one of them in good condition. Ultimisia and a Seymour, cool. That Seymour gave me a little trouble last night at locals. I was gooning. So, ooh, full art cipher. All right, good. Okay, so that's 2 full arts where I hit them basically within the first 5 packs. Oh no, within the first 5 packs. Not even basically. That is what happened objectively. But turns out if you're not getting Alice out on the field really quick, that Seymour can do work, can do damage. Makes you a sad boy. Rex and Zandy. There's 3 Zandy so far. Kind of nice. He is a legend as well. I didn't notice that. I thought he was a hero for some reason. Snovlinka. That name just sounds so funny to me. I know it's kind of, it sounds... I know, I could be wrong. It sounds like a Slavic name to me. You know, Eastern European. But, well, foil Moomba and an Edel. You know, my family as many people know, is you know, my dad's side is Polish, Russian, and German, and you know, it. I don't know. That name just sounds funny to me. Maybe that's because I'm not in tune enough with my own heritage. But here we are. Foil 9 and an Ultimecia. So far, nothing like absolutely crazy. I'll have to go back and do the math on the legends per box later. Ooh, a Yuna, starter cards, that's cool. But I think the legend count per box is slightly up, if I recall correctly, based on what they've said. I don't actually know for sure. But yeah. Yeah, this Go-Go, so last night I was talking to a couple people, and I think the Go-Go is actually, like, not bad. I think it's pretty good. That's another one we got to spoil at Nats. Ooh, a lock. We got to spoil that one at Nats. And, I think it's good. I think it's got value. I don't think it's going to be, like, game-breaking, but I think it's definitely got value and strength to it that, people underestimate. Now, does it fit in an FF6 deck or just a water deck? I don't know. I can't say that. I will leave that to the professionals to decide. But I don't know one way or the other. Foil Galoof and a Wendigo. This Wendigo is hilarious. I think that is a really funny card. And I really, really want to do something with it. I just don't know what or how. Foil Red Mage and a Zell. Okay, so another one full art box. Not looking good for my numbers. I mean, I know I'm guaranteed at least half the full arts in the set, but to only get one in these first couple boxes is a little weird. Unfortunate, even. Alright. Get last box's trash out of the way. Yeah. Oh, man. I hope my cats don't make it into the room. The door is shut, but they are wily, so if they make their way in, they can definitely cause some chaos, make a bigger mess. Okay. Fran and Ramu. New stack for the bulk. Sip of my drink. Aaronville and Ish. Oh. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't realize those weren't in frame. Perfectly. Gotta keep it in frame. Jack Garland and a Dancer. I still gotta sort my cards from the pre-release I did 2 Fridays ago. Because I'm missing all that stuff. Ifrit and a Jack Garland of the other variety. Oops. You go down there. Vaughn and Locke. Getting those LBs that I know I'm going to need. Kane and Moomba. Alright, so that's the first time in one of these boxes so far that I haven't gotten the full art in the first stack. Gilgamesh. Oh, yes, that Gilgamesh. Dude, that Gilgamesh, I am so ready for this. This is probably one of the cards I'm most excited for in this set, if not the most, excited for. Because just the text on it reads so freaking funny to me. And it fits perfectly into a strategy that I've been wanting to use for a long time. But nothing's ever really been good enough. So I want to see if I can use that in a goofy strategy. With a deck that I've been trying to make work since Opus 4. Hello? Hey, full art Go-Go and an Adele. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. But all right, so good full arts so far. Pretty full arts in my opinion. Ooh, another Terra and a foil Prompto. Granted, I don't think they do a lot of ugly full arts anymore. I think they try to emphasize the best looking stuff in this game. For sure. Foil Gesper and a Kefka. Foil Cecil and a Hashmal. Good stuff. That Cecil, I am really curious about. I really want to see if it turns out Rain and Leviathan. I really want to see if that Cecil turns out as good or as bad as people were saying at Nats. It was a heavy debate between whether it was good or bad for a lot of people, and I think some people were pretty convinced it's not going to see play. I heard a few people say, "Yeah, it's pretty good." Um, I'm kind of convinced it's like not very good, honestly. I think it takes too much work to make it valuable. Ooh, a full art Ifrit, very nice. Um, but that being said, I would love to see somebody prove me wrong because I do think the text on the card is really interesting. So, yeah. All right, Gladiator and Galul Jaja. All right, that's box number 3. Okay, box number 4. Okay, got this box plus 8 to go, so on 9 out of 12. Going at a pretty healthy pace, though. Not the worst I could be doing. The previous junk out of here. Ah. I'm sorry, Ifrit. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh, and a full art Galoof. First pack. Very nice. Very nice. That's a card that I think people are going to try pretty hard to make work. Because I think it's got some fun text on it. And it seems like some people agree. I don't think it's going to happen around Worlds, mind you, but you know. Ooh, foil Zeramis and a Snovlinka. That Zeramis, and that's a full art I hope I get. I hope I get a full art of this card. Because this card itself, normally, is pretty beautiful. I think it's foiled pretty well. Autofocus. Can we cooperate here? There we go. I think this card is beautiful. So I need to pull a full art of that. If we could all just work together to will that into existence, I'd appreciate it. If not, everyone is banned. Ooh, full art Jack Garland. Okay. All right. Sick. It's a cool card. I don't know if it's super meta, but I think I think it'll have its uses. It'll definitely have an application. I just don't think it's going to be again, I don't think it's going to be one of those meta warping cards. Granted, I don't think most cards should be that, even if they're pretty good. Monk and Seymour. Well, another Seymour and an Emperor. Okay. Let me get these bulk stacks a little bit better organized here before those fall over. Don't think the Zeramis has a full art. I mean, willing it into existence. Okay, teamwork here. We can dream. We can pretend. Ish and Cecil. Let me huff the copium, alright? That's all I've got. I may have a house and a wife and some pets and a new job coming up. But this is all I've got. While borrowing Graha. This is Graha playable. I kind of don't think it's playable. Mayakov. Viper and Ultimecia. Sip of my drink. Aran and Ish. Leviathan is nice. Clara, Zeromus. Ignis, Leviathan. Last pack. Urianger and Jack Garland. Okay, so that's 1/4 of all the boxes opened up. Or sorry, is that a... Yeah, it's about 1/4. Okay. Let me get the trash out of here before I pull the more. Pull the more, yeah, before I get more boxes up here. Okay, so so far I'm not upset with my full arts. I definitely would be happiest if I pulled the signature. That'd be ideal, optimal, preferable. But until I get that, I'm just gonna pretend, I'm gonna tell myself that it's coming. Titus 9. Push these stacks out of the way here. Those are definitely ready to fall over. The Jenga towers that are the bulk. Black Mage and Sin. Alright, another Wendigo and Ultimecia. Bard and Graha. It's a Brad. One Brad. Ramu and Snovlinka. I'm so glad that Snov is a hero, so I can have enough to, you know, to goof around in multiple decks without swapping them. Bard and Cindy. Machinist, Leviathan. Okay, Onion Knight and Jack Garland. Squall and Zeromus. That Zeromus is definitely one of the funniest and probably most powerful fire elves we've had in the last few sets. And I have no idea if it's going to work. Ooh, Foil Furion. That's another good one. That's another good one. Sorry if the... Ooh, Full Art 9. Okay. Well, wasn't my top pick, but it's acceptable. Yeah, sorry if the mic picks up the neighbor kids. I hear them running around outside. Ooh, Foil Terra. Good stuff there. That is a card that I really like. I love that LB. Foil Graha and a Go-Go. Oh, who's messaging me now? Doesn't matter right now. Okay. It's not the wife, therefore. 8 and Wendigo. Uklamat. Another starter card. Cool. I got a Zell. When are they gonna add PayPal to the game? What about Venmo? Ooh, guy. Hey, I spoiled that card. That was my spoiler of the set. We didn't just get to put it on screen. We got to talk about it, make a video about it. Look at that jawline, man. That Caesar haircut. Zoral Jaw and a T-Rexor. And move on to the next box, which is the last one in the case. And then we'll move to the other half of the case. Okay. You know, it's times like these where I do really miss having Ty here to converse with. Instead, he decided to be economical and do other things with his Monday or Tuesday night. Jeez, I don't even remember what friggin' day of the week it is. Spent all day being flustered and frustrated. Ooh, Terra. Because God, I can't believe she's a hero. That's wild. Fire 8 good this set. Spent all day frustrated. Ooh, Regis. So that's my legacy right there. That's very nice. That's a very nice pull. So on my ROG Ally, emulation station is installed because I'm an avid emulation enthusiast. And I went to update it today because I was like, all right, I have a weird incompatibility with an emulator, and according to documentation, you know, the latest version of like 7.3, 7.4, or whatever, supposedly that fixes it. So like, yeah, if you update, it'll be fine, it'll be good. I'm like, okay, seems reasonable. So I go and I download, you know, I hit the download update button in the software. And it fails to update for some reason. Don't understand why. It didn't give me a clear error. It just said error, echo off. Like, all right, great. So I Google that, don't find a lot of results. And then I go to reboot the software like it said that I should, regardless of whether the update was good or not. And all my settings were wiped. So I had to go reconfigure everything. Yeah, Regis could have been better, but oh well. I think it's a good looking one. Ooh, other Kryl. The Gilgamesh is good. So yeah, I was, needless to say, pretty dang pissed about my settings all getting wiped. Luckily, it didn't wipe my game data, so my memory card saves and, like, you know, all my ROMs were still there. I would have killed somebody. I would have legitimately gone on a rampage somehow, somewhere. But, oh, yeah. So, that was a good 2/3 of my day, was just reconfiguring that software back to where it was. And in some cases, it made me revisit some settings for some games that are actually looking better now. But okay, another cipher and a lock. Yeah, I'll probably keep it, Leo. At least unless like if it spikes in value, like when the Hiflo deck was popular. Ooh, Charlotte. Ooh, that Charlotte. That's another starter card. That's a that card might be dangerous. Yeah, unless it spikes again, I think I'll keep it. And if it spikes, then I can sell it then. Or at least get it on the way up with the spike. But for now, I'm going to keep it. Because I prefer to keep things in my collection unless I have to get rid of stuff. Which, not going to lie, if I hadn't scored this new job, I was getting this close to selling some of the bling out of the collection. So, well, luckily, Kim's uncle came in clutch, and he was able to ask around a couple companies he knows, and one that he works for, and had an opening. So that worked out pretty well. All right, so that's the first half of my boxes, and let me consolidate my full arts here, because I am inevitably going to have to add more to this in the next half. Okay. I'll put these over here. Ah. All right. And it is 5 o'clock, so Kim should be leaving work right about now. If not in the next 10 minutes or so. She will be out of there like a bat out of hell. Because her job kind of sucks. It's not the worst she's had, but... Actually, not the worst that either of us has had. But... It's definitely, she deserves better, let's put it that way. She deserves much better. You know what? I'm going to start taking the packs out of the boxes. Because that way I can just toss the boxes early. Okay. Kefka, Ramu. Bulk. Zoralja and Squall. Full art Ramu. Very nice. Pretty looking card. Probably never going to run it. But here we are. Cindy and Penello. Yeah, this card would have been crazy good if it came out in the same set as Yuna. The light Yuna. But nope. Nope. Instead, we get it like 2 sets later, when it's past the point of being relevant. And so unless anything 5 or 6K becomes meta again, yeah, it's gonna be rough. Poor lightning cards, always getting the shaft. When is lightning gonna get a really busted something? Like really, really busted, puts mono lightning back on the radar. When can we have it? Karaha Baruha. Had to think for a second to read that one. It's not American enough, not Western enough. I'm too stupid to read it otherwise. Even though I have pretty good linguistic skills. Full art Leviathans. That's 2 in that box. Pretty cool. Okay. Wait, did I pull the hero out of here? Yeah, I think I did. Yes. Okay, cool. That was that whoop. Whoop. First party foul of the stream. It's fine. All right. Rex. He was taken too soon. He was just trying his best. Fran. And go. Guy looks like friggin' Simba up there on the cliffside. Singing on the mountaintop. Pride Rock. Gladiator and Aaronville. Who is Aaronville? Does anybody know? Anybody in chat know? Because if not, I'm just going to make some stuff up. I have no context. Samurai and Kryl. I think that's 2 of that Kryl now, if not 3. Blue Jaja and Rydar. Alright, this can't be a full art because I already have 2 full arts. So, Gesper though, and a Gilgamesh. Good stuff. Okay. So, for a first case, or for a, so the first case was pretty good. Second case is starting decent. Let's see if we can wrap up in the next 25 minutes with before Kim gets home. Because if I can beat Kim to, if I can finish before Kim gets home, then we can eat dinner together pretty quickly. I don't think she wants to wait for me tonight. But if I'm done and she gets home, then I have the advantage of being able to say, hey, let's eat dinner together. Actually, let's just do this. There we go. That's more space efficient. Use the verticality. Jetched. Just to piss off anybody who knows how to properly pronounce his name. Sid and Gogo. Nothing crazy there. Nice to see Sid Alstein back in things, though. Haven't seen that character in a while. Don't know if he's going to be relevant, but he's here. Full Art Chaos. Walker of the Wheel. Okay, so that's not boding well for the rest of the full arts in this box. Or there being other full arts in this box, I guess. Not gonna lie, kind of like the Avatar Last Airbender Ju-D cards. Kind of want to take Wendigo and just make a whole deck of them. Legally, you can't, but if you could, that'd be really funny. Because every time they die, you just bring back another swarm of them. Just play another one. Another Wuklamot, so that's 2 starters. It's 2 of that one. That's pretty cool. Ramu. Guy. Actually, I'm going to take this one to slab it. Because I always slab a foil of every card that I spoil. T-Rexor once again, and Ifrit. Seeing that that second Wuklamot, though, is kind of concerning to me, because usually you only get 1 of each starter card in a case. But obviously now, that might have changed. I'm not entirely sure. So, I'll have to play that one by ear. and C. Another foil. Is that another foil Terra? Is that my first foil Terra? I think that's my second foil Terra. I could be wrong. Adele and a 9. Yeah, and honestly, I hope I don't get a crystal. I feel like I will. I feel like I don't get a choice. I think there's just one in every half master case. But if I can avoid a crystal, I will be a happy boy. Or better, I just get a signature. That'd also be cool. Cryalo Muklamat. Other Muklamat. Black Mage and Zell. Okay. Alright. 4 boxes left. 4 boxes left. Getting through it. Taking me about 6 to 8 minutes per box, which is pretty good. Pretty good pacing. Okay. Viper and a Moomba. Thief Chaos. Speed running like I'm on GDQ. How's my any percent run of opening a half of a master case of Final Fantasy TCG cards? Estimated time is an hour and a half. Actually, how long have I been streaming so far? OBS says 46 minutes. It's pretty good. So if that's the case, then I should be done. Ha, the case. If that's the case, I should be done within the next 25 minutes or so, give or take. Marlboro and Jacques Garland. Where's that signature? We're getting down to the wire. Starting to get antsy about it. Foil Gilgamesh. I will be looking for foils of this Gilgamesh, because one deck that I want to try it out in definitely requires foils. The other one is optional, but I mean, ideally I get foils in both. I don't normally bling decks out. Usually I actually avoid blinging decks out so that I can trade the foils away to people. Ooh, full art Zell, okay. And a non-foil Zell behind it. Very nice. But in some rare cases... Ooh, another foil Terra, good stuff. I like to have the foils for some decks that are very special. Such as Soiree, FF13, my Odin Barnabas deck, and my very first deck are the only 4 decks I have ever considered foiling. That's not entirely true. I have loosely considered Wolf 7 and Warriors for foiling. And then I look at the price tags. Ooh, foil Terra, nice. Then I look at the price tags and I go, F that. The organizing part, stream that? No. No, 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 no. Oh man, we'll be here forever. Plus, I like watching YouTube videos and just vegging out while I organize. So I'm gonna do that. And I don't want to get copyright stricken. So I'm not going to do any of that. Okay. Alright. So far, so good. Not bad, not bad. Oh. This will be the third to last box. We're almost to the penultimate box. Also, Leo, while I'm thinking about it, if you need someone to help set up your stream area in your new shop still, then I will gladly give you a hand with that. I have heard that the new Chupacabra location is considering doing a feature stream table, and so I am still offering to do it for them. Wouldn't be fair to omit offering to you once more, just to be sure that's still on the table. Because I did offer that before. But yeah. Because I want to upgrade my stream equipment. And I've got a lot of good ideas on how to do it. Not only affordably. Ooh, another Charlotte? Weird. Not any, I still have ideas of how to do it more affordably, but also, to make it look better. So, turns out GoPros, you know, like 7-8-year-old GoPros, are not necessarily the best option, which I knew, but they were efficient because I was going to be recording and streaming games with them. But now that I have the GoPros, I feel like I could get rid of one and use other options. So once I have the new job, I'm going to throw some money at a couple pieces of stream gear that I'm looking forward to for that. Got some ideas from Nats. Turns out Square Enix has some really, really good gear, but there's a budget version of that gear. So being able to use all that would be awesome. And yeah, of course. Yeah, glad to help, Leo. If you need help moving stuff over there, I'd be glad to come over for a day and help you with that before. As I mentioned, my new work schedule is going to be evenings, so if it takes a morning, I'd be glad to come over one day in December and just help you migrate down the street. Ooh, ace. Ah, that's rough. Unfortunate. That's brutal. That's a brutal legacy card to pull. I don't think anyone's going to care about that unless Wind becomes very, very good suddenly. Which is always possible, granted, with Worlds coming up, but I'm not holding my breath. Ryanje Kryl. Getting through it. Foil Zell, non-foil Gilgamesh. Emperor. Graha. Can this be a 2 full art box? Dragoon says probably not. Little Dragoon says probably not. However, this pack might say otherwise. Nope. Okay, just kidding. It's a Reaper and a Chaos. Okay. Here we have the penultimate box. I can get the trash out of the way. The ace I actually wouldn't mind trading away, probably. Wasn't that a promo at one point? I swear that ace was a promo at some point. I could be losing my mind. But the ace I actually am probably okay trading away. That one's not all that pretty. And I don't particularly... Ooh, wow, Adia, first pack. Okay. Yeah, the ace is just not that pretty of a card. It's not... Like, it's got fun text, but... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to keep that one. So we can check TCG Player for prices on that. And probably end up knocking that off of what I owe you. Speaking of which, Leo, did I ever give you the 50 bucks? The last, like, 50-ish bucks that I owed you from the last pile? Because I want to make sure I'm accurately keeping track. Obviously, I'm good for it. I just want to make sure that I get it all right. Because I totaled up what I owe you for the new stuff. But I don't remember if I caught the tail end of the last stuff. Onion Knight. Wendigo and Hushmal. Excuse you. Pack Junk. Seven and Squall. No, non-foil idea. And Brats. Mr. Chouse. And Graha. Zeromus. Wook. Another Wook and Aaronville. I have a lot of those Aaronville. Jarnet. Jarnay. Yeah, we should have... I'm pretty sure we've kept everything in chat, but I want to be really sure, because I don't remember if we tallied the tail end. Hence the question, I suppose. But yeah. Hoshmal Foil, Mr. Gilgy. The Gilgy Boy. And he is a Sopfo character, which I think is for his benefit. In this particular case, which I do also find funny, they used an almost identical art to an older Gilgamesh, and then just said, yep, this is a Sopfo one. It's Stranger of Paradise. Machinist and Gao. Alright, cool. So, we're down to the last box. Do I pull a signature? That is up to RN Jesus. I kind of want to have the Halo 3, one of the Halo 3, like, victory music, like, one of the songs, one of those, like, victory soundtrack songs playing. If I pull a signature, I want to have that ready, but I didn't take the time to set it up. Frankly, I don't want to pause the stream to do that. And, it'll only be funny to, like, 5 people. So... Okay. I dare say I might be able to finish before Kim gets home. Oh. Screw you, Crystal. Crystal cards. Nobody likes you. Nobody is excited to pull crystal cards. Lightning. Good starter. Okay, that's a starter card I definitely wanted to pull. Could have pulled that instead of 2 Charlottes, but oh well. Balthier and Zell. Yeah. Oh yeah, totally easy to pull up and do it, Leo. It's just a matter of how lazy I am. I've set up a million things in OBS. and gotten all that prepped for a million different things. That is just not one of them. Though, that said, so Ty, for my wedding present from him, got me a Stream Deck, and not just one of the small 6-button or 8-button ones. He got me the full-fledged beefy 12-button one. Ooh, Lunith. That's a good one from Nats too. I'm excited for that card. And so I'm gonna I need to hook that up to all my stuff and get that prepped for both this computer and for my streaming computer that we take to events to run with stuff. So Rain and Hashmal. Although so far I have not gotten another full art, so there's a decent chance. There's still a chance, tiny little chance. Still tiny chance from this box. No! Dream's dead! The dream is dead. We jinxed it. Unlucky. Unlucky 7. Man, that's rough. That's rough. Kick in the teeth. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. Because I still got a whole case this set. And I'm happy to have gotten a case. So, always appreciate Leo getting me a case when he can. And always appreciate whoever he put in line waiting to get their stuff. Because I got a case. Ifrit and Ifrit. Okay. So there's the speed run of opening my half a master case. Can't call it a case, but it's whatever. Half a master case, I guess. Yeah, these are all the... Get out of here, Crystal. Nobody likes you. These are the full arts I've pulled. I didn't think this all out. So... Yep. All right, so... thanks everyone for watching, and sorry to bum you out that I didn't get a signature. I know you guys were really hoping for it more than me. That would have been, you know, for the viewers, that would have been so exciting and so crazy if I had pulled a signature, but you know, I just couldn't do it. So it is what it is. I'm gonna sort this for days, probably. Probably about two days for this stuff, considering my schedule. But yeah, you know, back to regularly scheduled content after this, and I'm looking forward to see what comes out of Worlds. Worlds is gonna be pretty crazy. At least I suspect so with the new stuff. You know, players have well over a month, about a month actually, to prep for Worlds. So crazy good weird stuff should come out of Worlds, and I will enjoy whatever comes out. And because I'm working nights, maybe I'll be able to watch Worlds at work. I don't know. I'm not gonna bank on it. Let's put it that way. But I'll catch you guys later, and see you in the actual video of whatever I put up next. Well, Ty and I put out next. We have some things in the pipes as usual. So catch you guys later. Okay. So Leo's gonna want this. Fire, fire, fire. dark, water, lightning, 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 water. Got no ice full arts. Interesting. Huh. Crazy.